Hi, this is Ernie. I'm that guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. One of the followers named Lisy, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, Lisy, just asked what I think of the earnings reported by OLKO. So everybody knows that they don't have any revenue. But it's a very promising company. They have a lot of good board members, and there are a lot of, we call it tailwind, that could propel them to start recognizing revenue. And stock price went up, right? Today it was NRC, right? Nuclear Regulatory Commission. They file for applications so that they can start building. So that's why stock took off this morning. But then after the earning, CEO made a comment that they will continue to lose money. Obviously, they don't have any revenue, so they're going to continue to lose money. And based on that news, after the earning, stock tanked, but not as much as it went up. So let's go and analyze what exactly is happening. And for those who have never listened to analyst calls or earnings calls, this is something that you could look up on your own. And I'm going to show you what that is. If you type in OLKO quarter earnings presentation, you'll be able to go to their homepage and download PDF version of their presentation. And this is the quarter, fourth quarter 2024. This is what they reported today. Where's my mouse? All right, so let's go one by one. Some of these are the same. There's Donald Trump making a comment about SMR, right? Small modular reactors, which is what OLKO is into. We even have somebody from Department of Energy promoting nuclear energy. So it's all the good news. But at the end of the day, the revenue has to come. There's the charts about how they're well positioned, what their competitive advantage is. And here's something interesting for those who can see this. Equinix is one of the largest data center companies. Signed letter of intent, which means they want to actually do a business, 500 megawatt of power, and made $25 million prepayment in 2024. They also did letter of intent with Diamondback Energy, and you're going to see some of the logos as well in the back. They are doing this, they are doing that. So there's obviously some interest and some commercial success, except of course they need to get a permission to start building their plants. They also signed one of the largest power agreement with Switch for 12 gigabyte of power, bringing customer backlog to over 14 gigabyte. So, and then all these things very similar to what they have said in the last presentation. What are they doing? What needs to be done? And of course here, complete staffing methodology, topical report, all the things that they need to do for regulatory permit. And eventually, I think the most important thing down there is how much revenue they could potentially get from supporting the data center. And then here's the Switch and OLKO. Sign a 12 gigabyte, multiple Switch data center through 2044. So there's a lot of long-term investment. And to me, this is one of the most important things that you need to look at. Customer pipeline. They're not going to win every single thing. And this might be all fluff. Given somebody who has done sales transformation in the past, they could just put all the garbage lead data in here to inflate. So we don't really know the quality of it. But the fact that there is so much pipeline in Q4, even if they only win a fraction of it, this could potentially turn into a huge amount of revenue. And the existing customers that you have already seen, Diamondback Energy, Equinix, and Switch. And Prometheus is another one, and 2 data centers that they are not allowed to name. And some of the recent acquisitions that they made. And this is the board member. For those who are not familiar with this, you probably know who this guy is. Yeah. Sam Altman. He's the founder and CEO of OpenAI. And they're really good companies here. So I think there's a good chance that this might be successful. And this is the worry that they have. No revenue. They're continuing to lose money. So they lost money, but amount of cash that they burned is about $38 million. But they have like $97 million in cash or equivalent in marketable security. So they have decent amount of money. Just the cash alone, it's a little bit worrisome because this means that they might only have 3 more quarters worth of money. They probably have to raise money in order to pay for continued expenses. Maybe they'll sell marketable securities. We don't know what exactly is in it, but there's a possibility that they might have to raise money by issuing more stocks. So I think this is why the market is reacting the way it is after the earning. And since many people are asking about TradingView, so I'm gonna do the charting with TradingView. This is the OLKO 1-year chart. As you can see, it was not doing much and then it just took off when some of the data centers are thinking about utilizing nuclear or SMR, small modular reactor, to power their data center. And I drew a little line here that is a support line. Stock doesn't seem to go below it. And as soon as it hits that mark, it continues to go up. So if and when it was up here, I think I bought some and then sold at somewhere like around 40 and etc. And I've not touched it because I didn't know what they're going to say in the earnings. But I have a strong belief that the price will not fall below this trend line. So whenever it touches the trend line, I'm willing to continue to sell put options, knowing that most likely it's not going to fall, and use that money to continue to buy OLKO shares. Again, the logic is very simple, like the way that I've done it. When is near or touching the support line, I am selling put options, capture that premium, use that money to buy more OLKO shares so that, maybe it will get diluted when they raise more money by issuing stocks. But at least I'm getting free stocks until that happens. So one thing, when there's earning, please get a copy or Google it so that you'll be able to see a copy of their presentation. It's a lot more insightful when you look at the presentation. And 2, utilize options like the way I have. And support line, that seems like a very complicated things if you're not really into charts. But it is just a straight line that says, oh, it never goes below. So I think that's a very good assumption that you can make. And you could test it out with paper trading. But leveraging options, continue to get money, free money, and use that free money to continue to buy shares so that you'll be able to accumulate. And some might say, oh, you're only getting 11 shares. Yeah, look at my wolf. I'm selling 10 contracts at a time, and now I am 317. If you look at my SOXL, I am at, I forget how many shares I have in my baby account. The same thing with QBTS. I think QBTS, I'm at 99. So starting next week, I'm able to sell calls and sell puts so that I can accelerate stock accumulation. So there are a lot of tools out there, so you just have to learn. And hopefully you'll eventually be able to do exactly what I do. Please like, follow, send me questions, and send me direct messages if you have any, and I'll try to respond to them as much as possible. Hopefully this was useful, and I hope you enjoy your evening. Bye.